So the question is going around, should teams be informing their players ahead of time and how far ahead that they're going to be traded or moved? I don't have an issue with the current setup, right? And I noticed that you see like these basketball wives are on social media, they go completely insane, they get upset, they put these long social media posts out trashing the team and they're sticking up for their husbands. I get it, but they need to stay in their lane. The sports world is a business. Professional athletes, these professional sports leagues, they're running their business. Guys been getting traded, not being notified. It's been happening for years. Guys have got traded in the middle of a game. They got pulled out of a game because you're gonna get traded. It happens, right? We don't need the wives going on social media and trying to get outrage and all these bleeding hearts in the comments. Yeah, it's not right. Yeah, tough titties. Because look, when the news breaks that a guy's been traded, right? It's usually coming down first from like some kind of insider. A guy, a writer, somebody who got the scoop and they leak it out to the media. But now they're going on Twitter and doing it, on X. So they're tweeting it out. So it starts to get picked up. It gets traction. And then ESPN will pick it up, or other sports leagues, CBS Sports, NBC Sports, whoever it is, NBA, ESPN, TNT. They all start to report it and pick it up because it's now out on social media. During this time, the trade has not been fully complete yet. You're still waiting for legal approval. And depending on how many players involved, the logistics of it, how many teams involved, it's still happening. It could still not happen, right? For whatever reasons. A guy fails his physical, they find out something, the trade gets stopped. So the team's not going to tell the guy, hey, we're getting ready to trade you, while in the process of trading him, and then the deal doesn't happen. And then now the player has to come back to the team and he's disgruntled. So I don't really blame the teams for not really informing the guys until the very last second. Look, you guys, these guys make $20, $30, $40 million a year. They'll be fine. You know, I hear some people say, well, maybe these guys need to know ahead of time so they can prepare and find out where they're going to live and where they're going to eat, all this other stupid shit. That means nothing. These guys make a lot of money. They're not going to be homeless. They're not going to be sleeping on the street. They're not going to starve. A few hours of inconvenience to find out right before the game, tip off that they're going to get traded. No big deal. They'll live. Okay? It's not really that much of an inconvenience if they find out a few hours or 24 hours later. So the outrage on social media is uncalled for. It makes no sense. It doesn't. It makes no sense at all. Because it's a process. Usually when the trade is like really official is when the team puts out some kind of statement or a press release saying that they have traded such and such. And that's when you know it's official. And that can happen like a day later or even hours later now. So yes, does it suck that an insider gets the scoop that a trade's happening and they report it out on social media because they're doing their job too? They got to be first to report. That's the people you probably should be upset with because they're the ones spilling the beans ahead of time. But they're doing their job. I don't have an issue with the current setup at all. I really don't. And I think all these wives need to calm down, slow down a bit, take a chill pill, and understand that this is the business of when you're married to a professional athlete.